Hey everybody! Peppy Squirrel here with my annual Anthrocon recap video. This year, Anthrocon 2023 was such an amazing year. I don't remember the last time I ever had so much fun going to a convention. I'll talk about what went on, what some of my favorite moments were from that weekend, and what I look forward to next year. So, with that said, let's dive right into my experience at Anthrocon 2023. Well, every year, me and my group get into Pittsburgh on Wednesday. This gives us time to settle into our hotel room and walk around downtown a bit before the whole bustle of the convention starts. This year, we decided to make the drive up to the overlook spot right outside downtown, and we got some nice fursuit photos up there. I've wanted to get my picture there as Peppy for a long time, so I'm glad we finally got to do that. On Thursday, we were up bright and early to make it down to registration. There must have been at least 100 people already in line by the time we got there. The line moved pretty quick though, and we didn't have to wait too long for them to get us in and out. Once we had our badges, I decided to get into my fursuit. I got to meet and give hugs and take pictures with so many really awesome people this year. A lot of people came up to me and said how much they enjoy my weekly videos, and that just meant so much getting that feedback. Then we usually got a picture together and hugged. It was just so great, and I just want to give a big thanks to everybody who came up and stopped me to chat and get our picture together. The whole experience of that was definitely one of the best highlights of the whole weekend for me. Friday came, and we all got in line for the dealer's den that morning. I usually am pretty tight with money when it comes to browsing around the dealer's den, but this year I ended up buying so much cool stuff. I got some t-shirts, some art prints, some badges, and they all look so cool. After the dealer's den, I went back to my room and got back in my fursuit, and went back downstairs and joined the crowd again. I got a few more pictures with other furries, and it was just such a great time being able to be Peppy and mingle with all the amazing attendees there at Anthrocon. Saturday was the big day, the day of the fursuit parade. This was my third fursuit parade I've ever walked in, and my second one at Anthrocon. I had such a blast in the parade this year. I was so happy and excited about it, I just started high-fiving everybody I could, and seeing all of their smiling faces just made the experience that much more wonderful. After the parade though, I was exhausted and had to take a break for water and to cool off. I went back to my room for a bit to rest, and then I came back down to join the block party that had started. The block party was so much fun. I love seeing the people of Pittsburgh getting to interact with the furries. And while I was there, I got loads of pictures of some really awesome fursuiters too. I hung around at the block party for a few hours until it was time for me to go down to the waterfront where the riverboat cruise was. I had bought a ticket for the Saturday evening cruise, and it was such a nice trip up and down the river. The sights were so nice, and even though it did rain a bit during the cruise, that didn't bother us. It's been many, many, many years since I was last on a cruise boat, so it felt really awesome getting to go on one again this year at AC. So Sunday arrived, and I really tried to make the most of the last day of the convention. I got to suit up one last time that day. There were a few people that I luckily got to see as Peppy before the weekend ended, so that was real nice. Once it was time for closing ceremonies, I went to that, and it made me so happy hearing how many attendees we had at Anthrocon this year. It was so many. Overall, the weekend at Anthrocon was such a great time. I'm so glad I got to meet so many awesome furries. I loved getting to go back to my favorite Pittsburgh restaurants, including Pizza Parma. Their pizza is amazing. I loved getting to go to the raves each night. The raves are a must-do for me, even if just for a bit, or even if I can only go and not dance, but just sit down and jam to the beat of the music. Kage's Story Hour was so funny this year too. That's another staple event I have to always attend every year at Anthrocon. So, I think that's all I can say about my absolutely, positively amazing, wonderful weekend at Anthrocon this year. I had such a great time, and so did my entire group. I can definitely say, without a doubt, this was the greatest convention I've ever been to. Not just furry conventions, but in all my years of all sorts of different conventions around the country, Anthrocon 2023 is on top, #1 in my book, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for us next year. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed my recap of Anthrocon, and I can't wait to come back again next year and see all of your faces again and have another super awesome, super fun time again. It'll be back again before we know it. For now, though, I hope you all have a great rest of your summer, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Bye!